Co-host Martin. Good evening. New students are okay. Right. New class வந்திருக்கீங்களா இது? Okay. Right. Okay. I am R.Kanagaraj, faculty for agriculture. So in this session, already you might have seen the schedule, right? 2025 test schedule. So in this orientation session, I will discuss about so how you should proceed for the next 6 months. So how you should plan for your preparation. Okay. While writing answer for your question, so what are the basic things we have to follow, right? And then what is the recent trend in agriculture optional? So how we can cover all those areas? Okay, so we'll see the issues one by one. Right. So first, okay, for the new students, already in our for my older students, you know about the exam pattern and all. So for the new students, regarding this test series, already in the test schedule I have mentioned about there are 10 sectional tests plus 1 revision test and 4 full syllabus tests. Okay, so all are 250 marks. So totally 15 tests. Okay, right. So in between we have one revision test. Okay, because it's a very lengthy process. Okay, it's a almost a 6 months time period. Okay, so to revise the syllabus periodically, I have given one revision test also. Right. Regarding okay, exam pattern, so here in our agriculture optional, for any optional, the total marks are 500 marks divided into 2 sections. So 250 marks, okay, for each paper. Paper 1, paper 2, okay, so 250 marks. And each paper consists of 2 sections, right? Section A and section B. So here, in the section A consists of actually totally 8 questions. Choice is there, okay? In GS, no choice, but in optional, we have choice. There are total like 8 questions. Out of 8, you have to attempt 5 questions. Okay, right. So here, the questions are divided into 2 sections, section A and section B. Section A consists of 4 questions. Section B, 4 questions. Okay, this is exam pattern, right? And here, question number 1 and 5 are compulsory, right? So out of the remaining questions, you have to choose at least 1 question from each section. Either you can select 3 questions from section A, the 2 questions from the section B, right? Or 2 questions from section A and 3 questions from the section B. This is the condition, right? We cannot select all the 4 questions from the single section, right? Out of 8, total 5. Out of 8, 5 questions you have to attempt. But the 5 questions on the conditions 1 and 5 are compulsory. And apart from the compulsory question, you have to choose 1 more question from each section, right? Either 3 plus 2 or 2 plus 3, right? This is a pattern. So for to score high marks in agriculture optional, I will discuss later regarding the question selection and all. But in general, one common strategy in our agri optional, in the paper 2, it's full of technical area. You will study genetics, plant breeding, plant physiology in the paper 2 area. So it's full of technical. So in the paper 2, one common strategy, section A consists of technical subjects, right? So this is our the full syllabus, the topics, right? So in general, the first 4 topics in the paper A, the paper 1 that comes in the section A, and the later portion comes in section B. Similarly, in paper 2 also, the first, okay, the 4 or 5 topics come in the section A and the remaining topics come in the section B. But some topics are common between section A and section B. For example, nutrient management, soil and water conservation and irrigation. Those topics are common between section A and section B. And in paper 2 also, plant physiology, common subject. the question either come in the section A or section B. Okay, right. Otherwise, okay, in general, the first 4 topics in the section A and the remaining topics in the section B. Right. So based on that, in the paper 2, the section A consists of purely technical areas: genetics, cell biology, plant breeding, seed technology, biotechnology. Right. And if you attempt more questions from section A in the paper 2, there is a chance that you will get more marks. Okay, this is one common strategy in the paper, agriculture paper. Okay, in paper 1 it's okay, that's based on your convenient, but paper 2 on a common idea. So my suggestion is attempt more question from the technical subject. The formula is 3 plus 2. 3 questions from section A and 2 questions from the section B, because in the section B many questions are vague, from the horticulture, from food security. The questions are very general in nature. It's very difficult to score high marks in those areas, unless otherwise if you have very specific answer for those questions along with some facts and real case studies and examples. Okay, right. Okay. So in our test series, there are the features. I will tell you the features. So there are totally 15 tests, and every 2 weeks once we have test. Then this test series is mainly for those students who didn't clear the prelims and those students who appear for the next year mains, 2025 mains. So I am giving a lot of time for the preparation, for revision and preparation. So 2 weeks time is more than enough to prepare and revise a particular topic. Moreover, the syllabus is into minor subjects, sectional test. Okay, there are 10 sectional tests. So you have enough time to prepare all those areas. Okay, right. So 2 weeks time gap for each test, and I will take usually 1 week time for correction. So after correction for the offline students, I will give you the time. Mostly on a Friday, we can have a discussion. So after correction, I intimate in the Telegram channel. So actually already we have a Telegram channel, right? So in the channel, I will intimate all the information regarding the timing, everything. Okay, right. So after every test, I will upload the answer key, detailed answer key for all the questions after completion of every test, right? So I'll call you. So I will intimate the time for the feedback, right? So for offline students, you can come. Okay, we can discuss personally. For the online students, we can have a discussion over phone. I will intimate the time. Okay, right. This is the process. Right. So now what we should do? Okay, so once you enroll the test series, so what is your approach? Already you are aware of the syllabus, right? So once again, go through the syllabus thoroughly, because not only agri optional, for any optional, the recent trend for the last, especially after the 2013 revision, they are asking questions from all the topics in the syllabus. The entire syllabus is important. Earlier, before 2013, we can skip some areas in the syllabus, because earlier the questions are okay. The marks allotted for the questions are 50 marks, 60 marks, right? So we can skip some part of the syllabus, right? Because choice is there. But now we cannot do that. Every part of the syllabus is, every word in the syllabus is important. So the question pattern, okay, from agriculture, compulsorily 110 mark and 120 mark from every subject. This is compulsory. Okay, they are not leaving any syllabus. Okay, so from the entire all the 10 subjects, from this, okay, from every topic, from every subject, 110 mark, 120 mark compulsory. Okay, and the extra question, the weightage. Okay, based on the subject, the weightage, they are asking extra question from the nutrient management, soil science, ecology, environment. For those, okay, from those topics, we can expect one extra question, maybe 20 mark or 10 mark. And again, okay, in the section B area, extension farm management, they are very important. Okay, so here in this area also they are asking sometimes 210 marks and 220 marks. The weightage is more for these areas: nutrient management, soil science, extension farm management, and environmental science. Okay, the minor topics like forestry, weed science, from those topics 110 mark, 120 mark compulsory. Okay, similarly paper 2, weightage, more weightage for plant breeding, and then genetics, and then horticulture. Okay, these areas. Okay, they are asking plant physiology. Extra questions. Okay. Right. So we cannot skip even a single word in the syllabus. Every word in the syllabus is important. So you must have already you must have prepared a proper notes for all the word in the syllabus. Okay, already only இருக்கணும். Okay, you must have a proper notes, study material, and your handwritten notes or short notes for all the topics in the syllabus. Okay, otherwise, no, still you have time. Okay, you have 1 year time. You are going to appear next year mains only. So the 6 months time period is there. So in this time period, you can utilize, you can create, okay, you can make your own short notes. Right? After reading either you can already for my students, you have already my material. And for the new students, you can also buy this material. You can prepare the content from my material. Okay. Or if you are following a standard reference books, you have to take notes from the reference books, proper notes for every topic in the syllabus. And I will tell you how to make notes, not the full notes, short notes. Okay, if you take full notes, it's okay, it will take very long time. Okay. So after making the short notes, so every week you have to, so I have given the sectional test only. So based on the first week, and next week, the first test regarding ecology and environment and cropping system, right? Okay, so this is syllabus. So in ecology environment topic, in our syllabus, there is a word called agroecology. So how you should prepare? If you're having my material, I have covered every part of the syllabus. Where you can find content for, in the material, you can find the content for all the part of the syllabus. Okay, right. Suppose if you're referring any books or my material or in the internet source, you have to analyze, okay, this is a syllabus word, right? In our syllabus, UPSC syllabus, they have given only the major topics only, but we need to go in detail. We have to break the syllabus, right? So here, in the agroecology topic, what are the possible questions we can expect from this topic? We have to think based on the previous year question paper, and sometimes, okay, your own thinking. Okay, so if you go through the subject, the content, so you have some ideas, right? You'll get, okay, so how can I expect the questions from this topic? What are the possible questions? So under the agroecology, on a simple question, write short notes on agroecology. One possible question, direct question, straightforward question. Write short notes on agroecology, right? Okay. Then what are the principles of agroecology? One more possible question. Because these words are not mentioned in the syllabus. In the syllabus, they have mentioned only the agroecology topic. But within this topic, you have to analyze what are the possible questions. So principles of agroecology. Then next possible question, how these agroecological principles will be applied in agriculture for making agriculture sustainable and productive? Okay, these are the possible questions from this single topic, right? So while coming to the examination, while writing the test, before coming to the exam, you must prepare the proper content for these topics. Okay, after studying the agroecology, and you must have a ready-made notes, short notes in the answer structure format. Okay, so these are the questions you have analyzed, okay, these questions, and while making the notes should be in the answer structure format. Okay, so if they ask this question, what is my answer? So I should, okay, I will write one definition, and then agroecology means what are the components of agroecology. So just, okay, you can, while making the short notes, either you can mug it up the definition, or you can write the definition here in the short notes itself, right? So after writing the definition, so agroecology, what are the components of agroecology? On a subtopic, we can create this subtopic. And then what are the significance of agroecology? The significance are the principles of agroecology, right? What are the characteristics or the features of agroecology? See, we can make a lot of subheadings because the question is open-ended. No specific direction in the question. The question is simply write short notes on. We can write whatever we know about the topic. So we can create a lot of subheadings, features, significance, importance, right? Then what are the challenges faced by this agroecology? What are the constraints? Because agroecology recently they are facing, agroecology means agro-ecosystem, both are same. Ecology means the study, ecosystem means the environment, okay? Recently, agroecosystem is facing a lot of pressure from the farming community, especially in the arid ecosystem, in the delta region, under the Indo-Gangetic plains, okay? In those regions, soil degradation, soil pollution, excess exploitation of groundwater. There are so many issues, okay, faced by the agro-ecosystem, right? The pressure from the farming community, anthropogenic pressure, right? So we can discuss those points here, challenges, right? And what is the way forward? So like that, you have to prepare a answer structure format short notes in your while making the short notes. Next question, this question, okay, you have to prepare a answer, right? Next question, agroecology, okay, how we can apply these principles in the agriculture. So we'll study a lot of principles in the agroecology like interdependence, recycling of resources, right? So for example, okay, recycling of resources, one of the principle of agroecology. And this principle we can apply in agriculture, okay, in the IFoS system, integrated farming system, right? So in this way, we can apply this principle in the agriculture. We can utilize this principle in the integrated farming system. So we have to justify that the conservation agriculture, natural farming, integrated farming system, climate smart agriculture, these are functioning based on the principles of agroecology. You have to justify that. That is the answer for this question. Okay. Unless otherwise, okay, the problem is if you don't prepare in this way, when you see the question, okay, in the exam hall, you will be wasting a lot of time for thinking. So one of the best way to manage time in the exam hall, you should not think. You should have a ready-made answer for all the questions. And if you prepare in this manner, because in agriculture we can easily predict the questions. That's one more advantage of agriculture optional. You can easily predict, okay, if you prepare in this manner, almost the questions will be on the exploratory line only. Maximum questions, 90% of the questions, right? So already you know the answer, you know the structure, everything. Just you are going to write what is, okay, what you have prepared in your room. You are going to replicate the same. That's all. So you can save a lot of time, right? And regarding time, okay, I will tell you, see the standard. So you have to maintain within 7 minutes, you should complete the 10-mark question. The standard time, okay? For a 250 marks question, 3 hours a time period, okay? So 250 marks. For each 10 mark, 7 minutes time. For 20 marks, you should complete within 12 minutes. Okay, this is a time limit. Okay, so you can take 5 minutes for going through the question paper to select the question, and then okay, if you follow this the time limit, you have extra 10 minutes to review the paper. Okay, because for some questions will take, okay, extra time. Some questions will be new, tricky, indirect questions. We need to take some extra time, right? So these are the basic things, okay? So after you must have the basic things, you must have proper study material, reference books, notes for every part of the syllabus. You cannot miss a single topic in the syllabus, right? Then the recent trend. So two major thing, okay? So recently, one is the questions are very specific questions. So they go in detail. Earlier, the questions are general questions. Okay? For example, in our syllabus, there is a topic called Advanced Ecosystem Analysis, Remote Sensing and GIS. One topic. Earlier, the questions are mostly discuss the applications of remote sensing in agriculture. Okay. But now the questions are, discuss the application of remote sensing in forestry. Discuss the application of remote sensing in precision agriculture. Discuss the application of remote sensing in the soil mapping and yield mapping. Okay. So earlier we studied 10 applications. For 20 mark question, we studied 10 applications. So we can write, okay, under each application, we can write 2 points, 2 lines. But the present trend, okay, now we have to, suppose if you ask this question, general overall question, you must have proper content. To write for the 3 pages, you must prepare a proper content. At the same time, even if they ask from a specific topic, you must have proper content. Okay. For especially, okay, separately for the soil mapping, for the yield mapping, for the acreage estimation, for the pest and disease monitoring. Even if they are separately, you must have the content for to write at least 2 pages. Okay. So this is a recent trend, okay, in the specific questions, and the questions are crop specific as well as location specific questions. Okay. One more example. Agro, okay, in our syllabus there is a topic, agro-ecological zone or agroclimatic zone. So on overall, okay, general question, discuss the different agroclimatic zones in the country. Write the soil type and the major crops grown in each region, or write short notes on the agroclimatic zone. One common question. But now they are asking, discuss the features and problems of western zone and the eastern zone, or Himalayan zone, or coastal plain. Very specific. Okay. So location specific as well as crop specific questions. We should be, okay, ready for that. Right. And the questions are, one more trend. Earlier, one advantage in agri optional, many students they simplify their the preparation, just going through the previous question paper. They find the answer, okay, only for the PYQ. Last 10 years, 20 years question paper. Okay, they take only they prepare only based on PYQ. But that's okay. That's not a correct, proper strategy. It's a wrong strategy, right? So actually, we have to find answer for PYQ, but only after the completion of the syllabus. Only after reading a particular topic. Okay, suppose, okay, after completion of the agroecology, environmental science, then you have to see the PYQ. What are the questions asked in the particular area? Okay, right. So the questions are entirely new questions. One more recent trend, not from the PYQ. They are exploring new topics, right? So for example, in our plant physiology, there is one topic called carbohydrate, protein and fat metabolism. Okay. They never asked a single question from this topic in the last 10 years. Okay. Not a single question from this area, but last 2 years, more question from this area. So they are asking question from the unexplored area, new areas. Actually, the questions are from syllabus only, but all these questions are new questions. Carbohydrate metabolism. So you must study, okay, under this topic, because the syllabus is actually single line, but we have to study more than 10 topics under the syllabus. This is what actually I'm telling. Okay, so you should analyze what are the possible questions from the particular topic. Regarding carbohydrate metabolism, metabolism means both anabolism and catabolism. So you should study for the anabolism as well as catabolism. Under the carbohydrate in the plants, there are 2 important storage forms, starch and sucrose. So you must study for sucrose synthesis, sucrose metabolism, sucrose catabolism, starch synthesis and starch catabolism. There are 4 questions under the carbohydrate metabolism. Similarly, fat metabolism, lipid metabolism, sorry, the protein metabolism. Okay, right. Online students, if you have any doubts, you can message me. You can send your message to co-host. Right. So these are the basic things you have to follow. Well, so after enrolling the test series regularly, so the 2 weeks time period, you must prepare the content for every topic in the syllabus in this way by making the short notes. The advantages of short notes, revision will be very easy. Once you make the short notes, again, no need to refer the reference books or the material. After preparing short notes, just you can stick with the short notes. The next year, when you go for when you appear for the examination, just you can refer only the short notes. Okay, right. So how we can effectively utilize this test series? We have joined the test series. Okay. After preparing the content, okay, everything that's okay. After writing every test, the next day I will provide the content answer key for all the questions. Right. And I will take 1 week time for the correction. So after getting my feedback and the comments for the particular the answer and the paper, you must review your answer paper. So simply by writing the test, okay, it's not enough. After completion of every test, you must review your answer paper. So take your answer paper, the corrected copy, and take the answer key. You have to see, okay, where we can add we can enrich the content. Based on my comment, you can enrich your content in the answer paper itself. Okay, and prepare structure format for every question, every answer, okay, in the question paper. The question paper consists of 28 questions. Actually, you are writing only 19 questions. Okay, choices there. So you are writing 19 questions in total, but there are 28 questions in every question paper. So after completion of every test, you must prepare answer structure format for all the 28 questions based on the answer key. Because at the end of this test series, approximately you will be getting nearly 350 to 400 questions total in total. Yeah, total. Okay, nearly 300 questions you will get. So if you prepare answer key for all the questions, definitely maximum questions, okay, because my own questions, okay, the question paper consists of my own questions as well as the PYQ. You can able to find answer for almost all the questions. There is a maximum chance that these questions repeated in the exam. Okay, almost already made a head about our test series. So last year also, more than 75% of the questions reflected in our main set test series. And 15 questions reflected exactly same theme, same word. Okay, see for example, that's based on the experience, okay, my own experience. So I said the question, okay, this is my question, last test series question. Define agroecology, discuss in detail how the agroecology principles ensure the sustainable agriculture. Okay, so the same question repeated in the last year mains. What do you mean by agroecology? How the agroecology helps in the crop distribution and the sustainable food production. Okay. So similarly, many questions are exactly reflected in the mains exam. So if you find the answer for all those questions in at the end of the test series, maximum questions repeated in our mains exam. Okay. Right. So now we come to answer writing practice, selection of question, how to write answer for different type of questions. We'll analyze, okay, all those areas. Right. First, we start from the basic. In agriculture optional, there are 5 different type of questions. Can you able to differentiate these questions I have given 5 questions example. These are the 5 different type of questions we can expect in the exam. And all these questions are taken from the last year question paper. I took last year question paper for reference. Very recent questions only. Okay. Can you see the difference again in the among all these questions? The syllabus is very narrow only, so you can the 2 weeks of time is more than enough to complete the syllabus, the given syllabus. Okay, right. Okay, so here first question. So the first one, purely technical question. Okay, so questions with the technical in nature. And the second question, problematic question. Okay, third question, questions related to government schemes and programs. And the fourth question, general question. So here we have to be very careful. The main problem in agriculture optional, these type of general questions. I will tell you later. And the fifth type of question, difference based questions. Okay, and the approach is different for different type of questions. We cannot follow the same approach for all these questions, right? So the questions like okay, the technical, this is the most common type of question in agriculture optional. Maximum questions from the technical, because agriculture is a science based optional. So we can expect more questions from the technical area. The technical subjects are in the paper 1, soil science, irrigation, weed science, nutrient management. Those topics are technical nature. Paper 2 area, plant breeding, seed technology, genetics, cell biology, they are technical, right? So the questions from this area, if you choose question from this area, actually while selecting the question, you have to choose this type of questions. If you know the answer very well, always you should go for the technical questions, where you can give the exact content as okay. At the same time, you can also there is a scope for the drawing diagrams in the technical area. And if you give correct answer, you will get maximum marks. Okay, right. So for the technical question, the approach should be, it's very easy. Just we are going to write definition on a common introduction, definition, and the conclusion should be for this type of question. Overall importance or the significance. That is the conclusion. Because many students have this doubt, how to conclude a technical question. Okay, for the technical question, the conclusion is mostly overall importance or the significance. So in this question, for example, endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi apparatus, last year question, right? After giving the answer, okay, moreover, one advantage, we can give the structure clearly because the directions are very clear. So 2 pages, okay, this is 10 mark question, 2 pages, and one more information for the new students. In our agri paper, only 2 type of questions, short question and big question, 10 marks and 20 marks. So 10 marks, 2 pages, 20 marks, 3 pages. For other optionals, for 20 marks, they are giving 4 pages. Only for agriculture optional, 3 pages for 20 marks. Advantage as well as disadvantage. Advantage, we can easily complete the paper. Only 3 pages. You have to write only for 3 pages. But the problem is, if you know more content, it's very difficult to contain all the information within 3 pages. Okay, that's the challenge. Okay, right. So this is a pattern in agriculture. So it's a 10 mark question. We can allocate the page, okay, 1 page for the endoplasmic reticulum, and okay, the remaining 1 page for the Golgi apparatus with a diagram, right? Okay, so here, what should be the conclusion for this type of question? We can also, okay, like questions like classification of soil water, okay, effect of waterlogging in the croplands. They're also technical in nature. Different losses of nitrogen in the soil, nitrogen transformation in the soil, nutrient management, application of GIS in soil mapping, yield mapping. They are all technical in nature. Very specific questions. So how to conclude? Okay, so DNA structure and RNA structure and function of DNA, technical. Okay, so how to conclude? The importance or the significance. Okay, in this question, endovascular reticulum or Golgi apparatus. Finally, we can say that endovascular reticulum and Golgi apparatus, the two important cell organelles, they play a important role or the crucial role in the cell for the lipid synthesis and protein synthesis. Okay, Golgi apparatus for the protein lipid synthesis and the ER for the protein synthesis. Okay, so we can write the overall importance of the particular the topic in the conclusion. Right. So second type of question, problematic question. So here the constraints, they ask about, okay, what are the constraints of food processing, okay, fruit processing industry in India? What are the problems of agriculture marketing in the country? Discuss the challenges and, okay, problems of marketing in the country. Discuss the problems of women empowerment, farm women, okay, the women in agriculture, right? Discuss the problems of the land agriculture. These type of questions are called problematic questions, right? So for these type of questions, after discussing the issues, what are the issues, okay, in the particular topic, then finally the conclusion should be mostly way forward. You have to give the solution, suggestion, or the way forward to address the above problems. Or you can also link to the current affairs, any schemes and programs as to the particular topic. Okay, so even though, okay, the farmers are the particular area they are facing these problems, even though they are facing this problem, but recently the government introduced these schemes to address, okay, the above problems. Climate change, the impact of climate change, it's a problematic question. Discuss the impact of climate change. So for this type of question, we have to write the way forward. What should be done? Or recent government initiatives, like, okay, in case of climate change, climate resilient agriculture, climate smart agriculture, and recently ICR developing climate smart villages. We can link these current affairs, okay, in the conclusion part. Okay, right. And the third type of question regarding government schemes and programs, agricultural price policy, MSP. What are the issues of MSP? And, okay, discuss about the MSP policy. Write the features of the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, crop insurance scheme. Discuss the features of the ENAM scheme, agriculture marketing and ENAM scheme. And discuss, okay, the schemes related to the nutrition, addressing the problem of malnutrition. Right. So these type of questions, okay, FPOs, these are the scheme-based questions. So after writing the features and the components of the particular scheme, and at the end of the question, we can write about, so these schemes, okay, the FPOs, how they are effectively. So you have to give the suggestion for the further improvement. There is a conclusion. So through the efforts from or, okay, we can say that the collaboration from the various, okay, the agencies, NGOs, support from the NGOs, civil groups, civil society organizations. Okay, we can further improve the mechanism. Our government should take, okay, efforts for the effective implementation of this particular scheme or program. Like that, okay, you have to give the suggestion or the solution. Okay. Then, or you can talk about the overall, okay, the objective of the scheme in the conclusion also. Maybe you can give in the introduction or in the conclusion, you can see the overall objective. So how they are effectively, okay, utilized in to improve the farmers' livelihood or agriculture. Okay. Then the fourth type of questions, integrated watershed management in rainfed agriculture. So the problem, okay, in this type of question, no specific direction. The question is very general and sometimes vague in nature. Discuss the measures for soil conservation. Then discuss the measures for the long-term conservation of natural resources. Okay. Role of extension in agri development. The questions are very general, no specific direction. For this type of question, this is a challenging one. And only the students are getting low marks only in this type of question. Out of 20, we can able to score, if you give a normal answer, average answer, you can score only 8 or 9 marks out of 10. That's all. So you have to make the answer more specific by adding current affairs, facts, examples, case studies. Okay. So if they ask a particular question, like role of KVK. Okay. So in this question, we have extension development or the role of KVK. In those areas, we can add some real examples. The frontline demonstration or the any schemes promoted by the KVK in a particular region. You have to give the successful case studies for those type of questions. So while in this question, in order watershed development, management and rainfall agriculture, after writing the general points, you have to give a case study, a real case study, successful case study regarding the IWM. There are many successful examples. So throughout India, in many areas, they are developing, and the government, the state governments, central governments are developing a lot of watershed programs in Andhra, Telangana, Gujarat, Rajasthan. In our NCERT also, in the geography 12th NCERT, Rally Against Siddhi. Already, if you see the water resources chapter in the 12th NCERT book, you can find one case study for the watershed development program. In the Rally Against Siddhi in Maharashtra. You can use those type of case studies to address this type of question. Okay. Right. And the difference-based question, always you should write in the table format. So don't write in the paragraph. Okay. You should create the table and you have to present the answer only in the table format. Difference-based question. And here also for the difference-based question also, we can give conclusion and introduction. It is possible. And you must give. So here, mostly in the difference-based question, the two topics are related topics only. Both are related. Right here, what is the common thing between these two? There are some differences are there, but what is the common thing? So the common thing we can write as a introduction. So both are the agronomic method of pest control. Okay, the trap pest, okay, both these methods are the agronomic method of pest control. Or in the conclusion part, okay, we can write. So thus, okay, the both trap pest, okay, diagrams, they act as a effective method of the pest control. They are environmentally sustainable. They won't leave any residues in the soil, chemical residues in the soil. So the farmers can leverage these technologies for the sustainable agriculture production. Like that, we can give the conclusion, a common conclusion for both the topic after giving the difference. Okay. Right. So while okay, after seeing the question paper, you must understand the nature of the question. Okay. Most of the questions are technical nature, right? So my suggestion is you have to choose the technical nature of questions to score high marks. Okay. So if you have two options, okay, how to select, okay, next topic. So how to select the question, selection of question out of, because we have choice. Out of 8 questions, you have to choose 5 questions, right? So we'll select in the question, technical question. Okay. For example, if you know the answer for both the questions, okay, the long-term conservation of natural resources. Then herbicide selectivity. You know answer very well, okay, for both the questions. Okay, assume that you know the answer for both these questions. And even non-agri graduates, they can able to write answer for this question. What are the conservation measures for the natural resources? Okay. And another question, mechanism of herbicide selectivity. What are the different mechanisms? Right. If you know answer, okay, for both this question, which question you will choose? This one. Okay. We should avoid this type of question. General question. Okay, always you should select the question with the technical nature and a specific direction, right? So please avoid the question, general question, and as well as the question, the vague question, because the problem in this question, even if you know the answer very well, the problem is it is very difficult to contain all the information within 3 pages. Natural resource means that includes forest, biodiversity, flora and fauna, right? Mineral resources, then crop genetic resources, water resources, soil resource, mineral resource. Okay, you have to cover all these areas. So you must, okay, so when you go to the examination, you must have a prepared answer for 3 pages that includes all this information. So we'll be wasting a lot of time thinking answer for, okay, well, even for making structure, it will become very difficult for this type of question. Okay, so we should avoid. If there is no choice, if there is no choice, then no other way we can choose this question. But if choice is there, 2 options are available, then you can select selectivity because it is a very specific in nature. You can write the 4 mechanism, and there is a scope for drawing diagram in this question. Okay. Then what about the section B area in the paper 1? Because in the section B in the paper 1 area, all questions are general questions only. Majority of the questions, because the entire section B major, okay, the weightage from the extension farm management area. So here the questions are mostly like the NGOs, SHGs, KVK, self-help groups. Okay, so the questions are mostly from these cooperative societies. So how to approach, okay, this area, because anyhow we have to choose, okay, this type of question in the section B. So that's why, okay, just I told you while writing this area, okay, the KVK, NGO, SHG, cooperative societies, or FPOs, agricultural marketing, okay, extension. While choosing this type of question, you have to focus on, okay, you have to collect the case studies. So if you search in the internet, okay, I will provide actually in our Telegram channel. Don't worry about that. In our Telegram channel regularly, I will provide inputs for this type of questions, real examples and case studies. Okay, don't worry about that, right? So for the KVK, NGO, SHG, while writing answer for this question, because mostly the question nature is what is their role? Okay, the question nature is mostly role of SHG, role of NGO. So while writing their features and role, we must justify the point with any successful case study. Okay, suppose, okay, if you are saying that the KVK improve the livelihood of the farmers by recommending practices, by conducting frontline demonstration. If you are writing this point, then you must give one example, real example. For example, okay, in this area, this particular KVK, they recommended this kind of practice. Okay, right. And one more common doubt among the students, the role of current affairs in agriculture optional. Okay. So don't worry about current affairs. Okay, they won't ask current affairs question in agriculture. Okay, the questions will be from syllabus only. Just stick with the syllabus. You must prepare the content, okay, from the standard reference books. Just to follow the content given the material, my material are in the books. That's all. No need to follow the current affairs for the syllabus topics. Okay, not important. Okay, not necessary. Right? You know, there are a lot of researches going on in the genetics, plant breeding, plant physiology. Okay, no need to, okay, study those areas. Okay, just you can simply stick with the standard reference books. Right? So what are the areas we have to follow current affairs? Only 3 topics in this area. The extension of farm management in this area, environmental science, and food security topic. Only for these three areas, we have to refer the current affairs. In the environmental science, in our syllabus, they have given pollution and climate change. So you must update with the latest the initiatives by the global community and the Indian government regarding for the mitigation of pollution and climate change. Recently, the loss and damage fund. Okay. You need to update those areas. Latest initiatives by the government regarding any policy by the government regarding the Green India mission. And India is going the completely electric vehicles, promotion of e-vehicles. These are the efforts to address the problem of the climate change and pollution. So we need to update those areas in this area. Only if in this area we need to update. Okay. Then again in this area, the schemes, the price policy, MSP scheme. So recently one issue is going on again, the MSP, legalization of MSP. So there is a possible question from the topic. What are the pros and cons of legalization of MSP? Or the question maybe from the MSP policy, directly from the MSP policy. What are the impact or the issues? Okay. Then agriculture marketing. And the recent initiatives are the FPOs, ENAM scheme. Those are the recent initiatives in the agriculture marketing. So these are the possible questions. And the recent government schemes and programs. And the drones, use of drones for the promotion of drones. And then nanotechnology, nanotechnology in agriculture, precision agriculture. Then farm mechanization, schemes regarding farm mechanization. Those topics are important. Then again in this area, nutrition and food security. Again, recent schemes, the Poshan Abhiyan, Poshan 2.0, biofortification and food fortification. Those topics are important. So here. So the recent efforts taken by the government to address the malnutrition problem. Nutrition security. So the schemes are important. And there is, in our syllabus topic, there is a word, National Dietary Guidelines. So recently, NIN, National Institute of Nutrition, and ICMR released the National Dietary Guidelines. Last time it was released in 2011. After 13 years, again they released the new guidelines this year. National Dietary Guidelines 2024. There are 15 guidelines under this in the document. So this topic is important. This year, there is a possibility in this topic we can expect a question. Okay. So for only these topics, we have to refer the current affairs. For other areas, no need to follow the current affairs. Okay. But for the valuation purpose, we can include current affairs. Anyhow, you will be reading current affairs for your GS preparation, right? And if you come across any information related to agriculture, we can include those information in our topic. No need to specifically read current affairs for those areas, right? So, for example, in the biotechnology area, discuss the applications of genetic engineering in agriculture. In the topic, recently there is again the current affairs recent issue on gene editing. Okay, gene editing. So the conventional methods of crop improvement in the disease resistance or pest resistance or in the variety development, they use the conventional techniques. So we study those content in the BDC or in the material, right? But you have to include this information also. We can also develop varieties through gene editing. An example, mustard. Recently developed the gene edited mustard. The CRISPR, the Cas9 protein. By using that gene editing tool, they developed the mustard variety. Okay. This kind of information we can include in while writing the answer for the biotechnology area or the genetics area. Okay. Okay, so I will address your query later. Online students, please wait. Okay. The most important part. So how to present your answer in the exam paper. So for evaluation purpose, these are the yardsticks. These are the parameters. We follow these parameters for the evaluation purpose. So the parameters, okay, first the basic thing, you have to protect, you have to give a proper the content. It should be the quality content, not quantity. Okay, so quality is more important than quantity because word limit is there. For the 10-mark question, 150 words. In the compulsory question, word limit is there. For the other questions, no word limit. But for the compulsory questions, word limit is there. For all the compulsory questions. See, in the first question, the fifth question, all are only short questions, only 10 marks question only. So you have to write the answer within 150 words. That means approximately 70 words per page. Okay, right. So the quality of content is very important, right? For the proper content, you must prepare the short notes. You must have a ready-made notes for all the topic, right? Right. After developing the content, so here in our test series, even if you know if you don't know the answer for a particular question, you can refer the answer key for the content enrichment. Okay, right. And I will cover. Don't worry about. See, actually, the test series I will cover PYQs also. My notes, my material, and because okay, most of you are class students are okay. Right? So for the class students, you have my material. So along with my material, if you refer the answer key for these questions, almost 100%, you can able to cover that. Okay, all the questions. Now you will get the answer key for the PYQ and the new questions at the same time. You have my material. So if you cover okay, the entire the material plus the answer key, that's more than sufficient. Okay, all right. Then structure, the most important thing. So this is what I told you. While preparing the short note itself, you must prepare the structure for each topic. So the possible question, and for okay, for every possible question, every possible topic, you must prepare the answer structure. So once again, okay, I'll give one more example. In our syllabus, there is a word called chemical method of weed control. They have mentioned only this word, chemical method of weed control. So under this okay, chemical method of weed control, so what are the possible questions? The herbicides also part of the chemical method of weed control. So recently the questions are mostly from the herbicide related questions. So one general question, chemical method of weed control. We can give 2-3 examples. So under the chemical method of weed control, one common chemical pendimethalin for all the pulses and oil seeds. Butachlor for the rice. We can give 2-3 examples. Atracin, samicin for the sorghum, and maize. 2,4-D for the broad-leaved weeds. Alachlor for the cotton. Okay. Isoprotron for the wheat. So we can give okay 3-4 examples. Chemical method of weed control. Then apart from that, the various herbicide topics. Under the herbicides, the possible questions, the possible areas, herbicide selectivity, herbicide classification, herbicide residues, herbicide resistance, herbicide efficacy. Okay. So the single word chemical method of weed control. Under this topic, we must prepare answer for all these areas. Herbicide efficacy. So what are the measures for herbicide efficacy? Okay, what are the measures? Okay, what are the indices or the index used for the herbicide efficacy? And what is the concept of herbicide? Okay, what are the factors affecting the herbicide efficacy? What is the mechanism of herbicide selectivity? Then different classification of herbicides and the effect of herbicide application in the croplands, residual effect of herbicides in the soil and the croplands, and then resistance mechanism by the herbicides. Okay, so you must prepare answer for all this topic. Okay, right. So the structure, so we'll preparing, okay, in this way. So we'll making the short notes. Okay, you prepare the short notes for all these topics. While preparing short note itself, you must prepare the short note in the answer structure format. So you must expect these type of questions. Okay, you should ready for that. Then only we can create, again, in the exam hall, we can reduce time on thinking. If you structure the answer, okay, properly, then we can reduce the time on thinking, and the structure is very, very important to get high marks. For every question, you must give a proper introduction and the subheadings, the main body subheadings, and then finally one conclusion. Every question, the structure is very important. Introduction, conclusions are very, very important. Okay, right. Then after structure, the presentation should be very neat presentation without any overwriting. You should avoid overwriting, and the points should be clearly visible. Handwriting is okay. If it is legible, it's okay, no problem. But the point should be clearly visible. And always present the answer in the point. Okay, don't write in paragraph. Only the introduction, conclusions, okay, should be in the paragraph format, and the paragraph not more than 3 lines. If you're writing, okay, paragraph, the paragraph, okay, should not be more than 3 lines maximum. Okay, so break into small paragraphs. And similarly, the introduction, just, okay, not more than 3 lines. That's all. For a short question, the 10-mark question, the introduction should not be more than half page. Okay, introduction ஒரு பக்கத்துல எழுதி விட்டுற கூடாது. Introduction maximum 1/4. For the big question, 20-mark question, we can bring an introduction, okay, up to the half page, maximum half page. That's all. Conclusion should be maximum 3 lines, 3 to 4 lines. Okay, right. I will show, okay, some sample copies, the previous toppers answer copies. And this is one model answer. So in our Telegram channel, I will provide inputs regarding our the current affairs and the validation, everything. Okay, I will provide in the, I will share in the Telegram channel. Apart from that, I will share the toppers answer copy. Okay, and my own model answers also. So in this question, see the presentation and the neatness. Okay, the point clearly visible. Okay, so if we zoom in பண்ண தெரியும். Okay, it's a difference based question. Linkage and crossing over, difference based question. So you should present the answer in the table format and see the points. Always use the points, okay, numerical points 1 to 3. Okay, don't use any the symbols or the any other asterisk marks. Okay, don't use. Okay, always use the numerical points. Okay, 1 to 3. Right. So here, see the alignment. All the points in the straight line, and the points are clearly visible. Each points are distinct. Okay, so that means, okay, you should not write in this way, because many students they are writing points only. But the problem is, while writing the points, they should write, okay, they write, okay, in this manner. Okay, so this is the problem. You should write in this way. Okay, it makes a huge difference. Content is same, points are same, but the way of presentation. Okay, right? So why I'm emphasizing this point? Mere giving Kannada is not enough. Okay, so you are writing IAS exam, and after clearing the service, okay, you become a bureaucrat. So we're making the why all these restrictions, word limit, need presentation, structuring, why all these limitations, so many conditions, yeah. Apart from content, okay, content is not the only thing. They are focusing on all these areas. Okay, why? Because once you become a bureaucrat, you are the you are going to make policy. Okay, so you are going to draft the policy for the government. Okay, on behalf of the ministers, you are the highest authority to draft the policy. So you should be short and crisp. Okay, so it should not be lengthy. That's why they are giving word limit, page limit. Short and crisp at the same time, it should convey the meaning. Okay, and they are also assessing your sincerity. Why they are checking all this? The need presentation without overrating. Why all these are important? It shows your sincerity in attempting the question. How sincere you are. Even okay, so while making the table for the difference based question, while drawing the diagram, everything should be neat and perfect. Okay. Otherwise, okay, they might think that you are not very serious in attempting the question. It shows your sincerity. So while presenting the answer, you should present in this way, and while drawing the diagram, always box up the diagram one side of the page. Okay, don't draw the diagram in the middle of the page because you don't need enough space to write the answer. So always draw the diagram, very simple and neat diagram, small diagram at one side of the page. And box it up. Give labeling for the diagram. Okay, and always box up the side headings. Always, okay, while writing the answer for a particular question, create subheadings. And for a subheading, box it up. Okay, right. I will show some model answers. Okay, so can you see the difference? Yeah. So this is the answer copy of Swati Street. She scored 303, the highest score in the recent times in Agri optional, and she got in the top rank, All India. Okay, so All India 40th rank, and she got home cadre, Tamil Nadu home cadre. Okay, so this is what I am telling you. The presentation. Each points are clearly visible. Okay, and one more paper last year, very recent example. Okay, can you see the presentation? So these are the different methods of to control the transpiration. Various methods of controlling the transpiration to avoid the water loss in the croplands. So she has mentioned the points one by one and see the presentation. And she scored the highest mark in agriculture last year, 285. All India level highest. Okay, that was the highest mark in last year, the agri optional. 285 marks. Okay. If you score more than 280, then you will get into the top rank, top 100. Okay. In a recent trend, okay, in a not only agree optional, any optional, anything above 270 is considered a good score, very good score. Only few students are getting 300. Combined, okay, when compared, okay, combining all the optionals, only few students are getting 300, but majority of them are, okay, the top students, the toppers, okay, they're getting in the range of 270, 275. 285, okay, very good score, top score. Okay. Right. Then finally, we can focus on the validation part. To score, to fetch the extra marks, if you give proper content with a proper structure and a neat presentation, for a 10-mark question, you can get 5.5 for the very good answer. And to get extra the 1 mark or half mark, 6.5 to touch the 7 mark. Okay. So here, for those areas, okay, we need to focus on the innovation, the validation part, giving specific examples, adding diagrams, right? So giving some facts, linking with the current affairs, giving real case studies. These are the validation part. Okay. The problem is, okay, even in the standard reference books, you cannot find example for all the topic, but you must write example for all the topics. You must collect examples. Okay. You have to give specific example. So for example, okay, if they're asking that intercropping system in India, write the features and the types of intercropping system, or write the advantages and disadvantages of intercropping system in India. Simply, many students, okay, they write intercropping, okay, example, sorghum plus PGNP, maize plus groundnut, cotton plus groundnut. Don't give example, okay, like that. So where it is practiced, you have to give the very specific example. So sorghum plus PGNP in the Malwa plateau of Madhya Pradesh, cotton plus groundnut in the central plateau region in the Deccan plateau of Maharashtra, maize plus green gram. So you have to give the example very specifically. Okay? The sorghum plus the ground example, okay, in the Anandpur district of, okay, in Andhra Pradesh, Guntur district of Andhra Pradesh, right? So we have to give example, okay, in this way. For many topics in the paper 2 also, the plant breeding, genetics, while writing, okay, those topics, self-incompatibility, male sterility, and the variety development, okay, for all those areas, you have to give specific example, right? Latest varieties. And while writing the, okay, in the paper 2, while giving example, okay, for the polyploidy topic, because, okay, in the area, the polyploidy topic, we write examples, okay, from the crops, mostly the crossings. We use a lot of crossings, interspecific hybridization, intergeneric hybridization. For those topics, we use, okay, a lot of crossings. While writing, okay, the example, you must give the scientific name. Saccharum officinarum, Gossypium hirsutum, okay, you must give the scientific name, okay, while giving the crossing. Don't write the common name of the crop. In the forestry also, only in the cropping system area, intercropping system, okay, in the cropping system area, we can write the common name. But while writing the answer for the forestry, weed science, and the paper 2, okay, these crossings and all, you must give the scientific name. Don't give the common name for the weeds and the forest tree plants. Okay. Right. So for example, the validation part, okay, just I told you the nature of question, the vague question or the general question, how to improve the marks, okay, for those type of question, because we are losing the one common trend, okay, in our aggregate optional, all those toppers, okay, if you see the toppers score, even, okay, our candidates and the candidates are the same case, okay, whether, okay, Swadhisty or Sarila Mega, okay. So these students, usually they score high marks in the paper 2 when compared to paper 1. It's a common trend. You know, the same thing. Okay, so if you attempt the more technical question, there is a chance. Okay, even you can cross, you can 150, 160 in the paper too. That is possible. But scoring or high, okay, crossing 140 is a major task in paper 1. Very tough. One of the reason, most of the questions are vague and general questions, especially the questions from the environmental science and the section B area. So here is one case study, real case study. I will send this type of case studies later in the channel. For your understanding, I have given one case study. Okay, the ICR website. I have taken this case study from the ICR website. Okay, wow. So here they are promoting ICR Krishi Vigyan Kendra, the KVK in the Namsai district of Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, they are promoting the multi-species livestock and poultry farming system among the farmers. So they are guiding. Okay, so here this particular case study we can apply in various topics. For example, okay, if the question is about IFoS, the farming system, write the role of IFoS in empowering the farmer's livelihood. Suppose okay, if they are asking this question, we can use this case study. Role of IFoS in empowering the livelihood of the farmers. Actually, these are the successful case studies. Okay. Then one more question, KVK. For the question KVK also, we can use the same case study. Role of KVK in the empowering the farmer's livelihood. Or role of KVK in technology dissemination. For that question, we can use the same case study. Right. So they are promoting through the IFoS system, they are promoting piggery, dairy, poultry, and goat cultivation in the same form. Just 0.5 hectare of 0.5 acre of land is enough to practice this multiple species livestock farming. Right. So these are the validation, the case studies, real case studies. And one more important thing, innovation. Okay, in your answer, because everyone reading the same material, same content. So how to make your answer unique and differentiate from others? Your innovation. So what are the question? So you must think in this question whether we can present the answer in a different way. How to improve the answer? You have to think. After writing the content, okay, so after the content is okay, that's okay. But the content we can present in a different way. We can interpret the content in a different way by adding the flow charts, classification chart, and this diagram. See here, okay, this is innovation. Okay, say Swati's answer paper, the topper answer copy. I have asked this question: what are the different losses of nitrogen in the soil? So by using a single diagram, she showed all the different losses, different process in a single diagram. You know to explain actually. Okay, you know to explain all the process, everything in this diagram: volatilization, denitrification, nitrification of ammonia, all the process covered in a single diagram. This is your innovation. Suppose okay, if they ask the question regarding dryland agriculture and irrigated farming, we can write the points. Okay, the difference between the dryland agriculture and irrigated farming. We can write the points. So here our innovation, we can draw an India map for both the topic. So where we are practicing irrigated agriculture, we can add one India map, right? So wherever possible, think about adding diagrams, flow charts. It will fetch you high marks. Okay, right. Any doubts? இல்ல GS3 அந்த போர்ஷன் வராது. GS3 syllabus okay in our agri paper 3 and the GS3 la agriculture economy area, they are the major part. Yeah, cropping pattern, actually only the cropping system area, the cropping pattern, cropping system, mostly the recent concepts, modern concepts of cropping system like conservation agriculture, natural farming, climate smart agriculture, precision farming. Those concepts are important. Ecological farming, those concepts are important. Plus major portion are related to agriculture economy area, agriculture price policy, food security, food processing industries, agriculture marketing, subsidies. They are the major topics. Okay. Anyhow, actually, you will cover these topics in your agri optional itself. In the paper 2, okay? In the paper 2 food security topic, we have food security topic, PDS system, everything in the paper 2. And the paper 1 farm management area, we will cover these topics. It will be useful actually for your GS preparation also. You can use these topics. Yeah, definitely. You can use the same content. Okay, so you have to add the current affairs. Okay. Questions will be in the GS paper 3 also. The questions will be static. If you prepare the content for the agriculture marketing, food processing industries, food security, the same you can use it for the GS paper 3. Any other doubts? அது வந்து ஒரு இதெல்லாம் கிடையாது, லிமிட் அந்த மாதிரிலாம் கிடையாது. ஓகே, PYQ is only for your understanding, your clarity. Okay, so to get idea how they are asking questions from a particular topic. So PYQ is not the way of preparation. You should not depend on PYQ. Your preparation should be, you should complete the entire syllabus. Then after the completion of the syllabus, you should see you can see the PYQ. Last 10 years எடுத்துக்கங்க, starting from 2014. I will send out a compilation. Okay, in our channel, I have compiled the last 10 years question paper, subject wise compilation. I will send it in the Telegram channel. Online students, any doubts? So don't worry about these terms. Okay, they explain, discuss, comment. It has no value in agri optional, because agri optional is okay. Mostly the questions are mostly write down or explain. Just okay, you are going to explain the content. Okay, that's all. Okay, actually in agri questions, the directions are very nowadays. The question is not okay open-ended. Mostly the questions are, they contain a specific direction. Just you can follow the direction given in the question. Okay. So don't worry about these dimensions. Okay, these are directions. Yeah. Explain, discuss, comment. Okay, it has no value in agri optional. Moreover, one common direction, okay, in our agri optional, write down or discuss. Discuss means you have to analyze all the possible topics, okay, in a particular question. Okay, if they ask you to discuss the problems or discuss the impact, then you must explain both positive as well as negative impact. Current affairs, okay, your regular source only. Okay, no need to follow current affairs separately for agriculture. Your regular current affairs, okay, enough. That will cover agri issues also. So don't waste your time following current affairs for agriculture. It's a waste of time. That's one. And the crop specific questions. That's unexpected. Actually, the questions like the specifically question from the any particular crop, it's a highly unexpected. We can't predict those type of questions. Okay, it's actually it's for everyone. See, our competitive examination, it's not about scoring 100 of 100. It's about the relative performance. Your competitors, okay, you are competing with your competitors. That's all. Okay, wow. If all are getting 8 marks out of 100, if you score 9 marks out of 100, you are the top. You are the topper. Okay, it's not about absolute performance, it's a relative performance. And the same happened for other options also. So don't worry about that. So leave, okay, don't worry about these type of question. Okay, many students asked me about, sir, the cell membrane. They asked several theories. And the question okay. So don't worry about this type of questions. And it's for everyone. Nobody prepared answer for that question. Okay, those type of question. And in other options also, the same problem. So they changed the pattern for all optionals in UPSC. They are asking specific questions in every optional. Okay. But the thing is, actually, if you prepare the content, okay, if you prepare answer for all the content in our syllabus, that confidence, that is important, more important. So when you go to the examination with full confidence, you can able to manage all type of question. Just to focus on what is in your hand. First to complete the syllabus. And almost 95% of the questions, actually 100% questions from the syllabus only. Only few questions are from unexpected questions. That you can easily manage. So different dimensions of questions, that is based on the PVQ only. So usually in my experience, okay, so while setting the question, okay, in our test series, I will ask different type of question for a particular topic. So you can refer our test series question at the same time. If you go through the PVQ, you will get an idea. Okay. So you must think actually, okay, well, so if you refer the material, okay, in the reference books or the material, I have covered all the dimensions. If you go through my material, I have covered all the dimensions of a particular topic. Okay. If you take, because okay, in our syllabus topic, they have given the word heterosis. Just one word, heterosis, that's all. Heterosis and say exploitation. So, but the problem is, in the heterosis, under the heterosis topic, you should study all type of, okay, different the dimension. So what are the possible questions, okay, in this area, heterosis? So if you go through the notes in the material, I have covered all possible questions. So what is heterosis? What are the estimation for heterosis? Okay. What are the molecular basis of heterosis? What are the physiological basis of heterosis? What are the genetic basis of heterosis? And what is the application of heterosis? I have covered all these dimensions. Okay. So if you refer the some reference books or my material, and if you go through the previous question paper, you will get the different dimension. Okay. Where are the notes படிச்சீங்கன்னா அந்த ப்ராப்ளம் அது எனக்கு தெரியாது. Okay. Either you have to follow the standard reference books. If you follow the BDC for plant breeding, you will get all dimension. In my material also, I have covered all type of the questions. Okay. If you follow some other material, then I cannot guarantee. Okay, ba? I cannot give that guarantee. That is up to you. You have to see the previous year question paper, and based on that you have to prepare that extra content. So case studies and value additions and all I will provide in the Telegram channel. I will send periodically. Once the test series starts, regularly I will send all those data based on the syllabus topic. Any other doubts? So utilize this opportunity. We have a 6 months time till January. We have this test series. So utilize this. This is most effectively. And the best opportunity for you to complete that, to entirely to thoroughly complete the entire syllabus of agriculture. So that next year, after giving the prelims, you won't feel the burden of preparing agriculture optional. Just you can revise the portion. You can go through the short notes and our the answer papers. Okay. Right. Online students, any doubts? Yeah. Yeah. Actually, on the POP or table, okay, we have to form a table. Okay. So table we have to include all the data, starting from climate, season, seed rate, spacing, weed management, nutrient management, irrigation management. So we have to form the table and we have to fill the data. And regarding actually on one more thing, actually in the recent trend, one question compulsorily, one question from the horticulture area, POP. So we cannot skip those area. The POP we cannot skip the portion. So regularly prepare POP for at least 3 to 4 crops daily basis. At least you must cover the POP for the horticulture crop plants, fruits, and then vegetables, and then floriculture. Okay, medicinal and aromatic plants. And you can cover this portion from the Agritech portal. Refer the Agritech portal. On daily basis, cover at least 3 to 4 crops. So form the table and fill the table daily basis. And definitely one question from this area, the POP from the horticulture crop plants. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So we'll meet next week. All the best for test 1.